So in this video we're doing a Torment of Power guide, which I haven't actually done one of these before, but since now they've made it a lot simpler to understand, I think it'll be a lot easier for me to show how to do these now. Now I guess depending if you're not worried about the points too much here, I could just show you the team I'm going to use and you can auto it. But the way I'm going to be showing is how to get maybe not all that to 1000, rank 1000. It all depends on your teams, right? So if we have a quick look here, this is the team I got here, which should do fairly well. Now since I am in the top, I think A is the highest now. So using a lot of equipments here as I got here, I haven't got them on all of them. A few of them I'm really worried about. The main ones I focused on was mainly the Zenkai units or the Ultra, right? So Ultra Buuhan. Mainly because they're going to do the most amount of damage and it's going to help speed this up a lot more. So we can go recommended allies here as well. So this here shows the most amount of boost stats you can get and also battle score. So having a good balance of these is going to be good for obviously getting your rank up and also your battle score. But the stats help a lot as well to, obviously defeat the bosses a lot easier. Now the next thing after you get your team set up, by the way, I think absorption or you don't have to click absorption, you can just see this. So if you click applicable for both here, it gives you a rough idea of who to pick. Obviously you can try and aim for the highest percentage. So at the moment we've got 65% and 110%, which I think is probably the best we can do at the moment. But what I'll probably do is I'll do one run now, and then when I have enough stamina to do the next run, I might do another video showing that, because I might be able to get a bit higher score. So if you don't have these units that I've got, you can easily swap them out. It's just your points will drop a little bit, which isn't that big of a deal if you're not worried about getting like top 1000 stuff like that. But we'll see how high we can get. So another thing as well is if you are trying to get high rank and you are going to tap through it the way I'm going to do it, the best way is finding the right path to go on. So we used to have, I think it was 5 all up, so there's another 2 on each side, or another 1 on each side here. So it's a lot easier now to depend on your path, right? So obviously for the most amount of points, you want to start off on the higher side. So we've got the team set up here. Now this is also important as well, is your switch outs. So as you can see, we've got the upgrade special move, which just gives more special move damage and critical rate up. So before we even worry about the fight, we'll just do this, right? So I think this would be probably a good strategy. And then we can just do this. So this as well doesn't really matter too much unless you get to harder fights here. But typically what I do is basically the strongest units first, sort of thing. Just sort of get them out of the way. So the good thing about this as well is obviously there are a lot of regen characters on the team, so I don't expect us to die here. But we could obviously take a lot of damage, so this one I don't think will take too much. A little bit, so we're going to be a bit more careful about that. The next stage here. So same thing again, we'll have changes, so it's the same damage cut. We'll obviously have to worry about that, so we'll do this for sustained damage cut. Obviously that will help us survive a little bit longer. Then we'll probably just something like this, I think. Same thing, we'll just pick, this one here, like I said, it doesn't really matter who you destroy first in this one. We'll just pick randoms here. You don't have to pick the order until you get to, like I said, the harder fights. So once we get up to the next, like the actual boss fight, that's when you have to worry about picking which characters to attack. So we're taking a little bit of damage there, it's not quite what we want. But we are going for the harder stages here. So special move gauge, charge rate up as well. So Stanley will keep Buuhan there, Ultra Buuhan on the upgrade special, because he's going to do a lot of damage, which is obviously what we want. We could swap. We could do this just to sort of save his health. The only problem is doing that, I don't have the equipments now, because you can't, yeah. That is pretty shitty. You should be able to put equipments on, but doesn't matter. We'll bring that Boo there, just in case, or we do this. I think this will be a little bit better. So yeah, again, doesn't really matter for this stage here. We'll just quickly tap here. So at the moment we're on 3 mil. I should have checked roughly what we're looking for. I'm not sure. Like, obviously everyone's on their first run already, so I don't know what everyone's run is at the moment. So this one here is your first boss fight, and then you got these ones here. So the ones that have actually got a character on the logo on the stage yet are your boss fights. So this one here doesn't look too challenging. Yeah, again, that's pretty much what we're looking for. So we'll keep that there. Probably get rid of Super 17 first. I think he's going to be the big problem. Actually, we'll do this. Shenron. Yeah, this is what we'll go for. So, like, even though we shouldn't take too much damage on this turn, you just want to get rid of the most annoying characters, because they can obviously do a lot of damage over time. So, getting rid of certain characters first not only speeds up the fight, but it also makes your win nearly guaranteed, if that makes sense. So, same thing, we will keep going on the hard route here. So, special move and critical rate up, so same thing again. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal getting all these buffs, but you'll definitely notice it if you just did auto, for example, because I think auto, you don't get the buffs. I think auto, it just, whatever you've got your team set as like the first stage, it stays throughout the whole fight. So you're losing a lot of points doing that, and also good chance of dying as well. So it took a little bit of damage there. Yet again, I don't think you get much points going on the healing tile, so I never really go for that unless I like desperately have to. Same thing again, do something like this. I don't know if he's going to take a lot of damage or not. We should be fine. We're getting a little bit low there on health, which isn't obviously the best idea. So doing that, we'll get rid of... Yeah, we'll do this first now. Try and see how long we can... I don't think we'll die here, will we? Another thing as well, which I don't know... I can't remember seeing if it's changed or not, but friendship rank used to be really helpful in this to give extra boost. I'm not sure if that's the same case again. It could be or could not be. Okay, we're going to swap again. So we'll do this time... Yeah, or something like this. If I remember correctly as well, it depends on your tiles as well. You get extra boost. We'll do that. And obviously, getting your win streak as well is very important. I probably should have mentioned that. So, if you keep winning in a row and get your win streak up, what's so we get 80% bonus battle score here. So, next one is obviously 100%, which is really good because we had the boss fight. So, if you don't... Oh, this one could be a bit more challenging. Strike damage and critical rates. So, let's just do something like this again. I guess that will do. But yeah, like I was saying, if you get a really good win streak all the way to the end, you get heaps of points. Well, this one could be a bit annoying this stage. I don't think we'll die or take it much we could take a bit of damage. But it's more annoying this stage. So obviously, over time, they're going to do more damage, which obviously we don't want. Yeah, it's a bit of damage there. It's not quite what we want. So I've only got a few more stages left, so I don't think we'll die here. So, special move gauge rate up, so I guess... we could die, actually. Let's see something like this. I'm going to risk it. If we do die, it's not that big of a deal. Because you can obviously afford characters to die in this. You just don't want too many, otherwise you lose the boost on your team there. So we need to heal up, but I don't want to go in the green tiles. So let's see, we're still... we're getting very close with them ones. We might swap them out for now just because they're going to have more health. Let's try this. So probably get rid of Charlotte first, then Piccolo. So if we don't die, we could get maybe about close to over 45 mil, which is sort of what I'm hoping for. So we'll go here again. Sustained damage cut, so we want to do that again. So this is probably our best bet there. Something like that. Yet again, doesn't really matter who you take on this part here. I'll probably should get rid of Frieza first, because Frieza can obviously transform. Now we should still be fine, I reckon. Okay, so I'll risk it again. So, this part here obviously does not matter. Actually, we should go over 50 mil here. So what's going to be less annoying? Probably the UI Goku fight here that will be less annoying. So, same thing, Ultra Buuhan. So basically, if you don't have Ultra Buhan, just try and aim for a character that does a lot of damage in the Ultra, the special move damage slot there. Inflicted damage will do Kid Buu might do more. So try something like that. So obviously we're going to try and get rid of these two first, and then probably Kefla. Yeah, this should do. So we should win this. We'll check after this roughly how high we're going to be. Let's see if any characters are. If not, that'd be pretty impressive. I think we might have 2 die. No, they survived. So 13 mil added on top. So that's a pretty good run, I think. Yeah, again, I didn't check roughly how much was the first, what everyone else has gotten so far. So let's check what that's put us in the attempts here. So that's currently put us at rank just under rank 1000, which isn't too bad. Like I said, the next run I'll probably get a little bit more, but for the first run that's not too bad. So can I go back to see? No, I can't. But basically the path I go on is just the most amount of, like, the hardest difficulty to go on. But you can, like, can you not auto it anymore? Okay, not on the start space, but you can auto it. But like I said, auto just clears it for you. It doesn't go for high points. It just makes sure you complete the whole run. So it sounds like a good idea, but in the end, you're not guaranteed to get high on your rankings. You can still get high points. I'm not saying you can't with auto, but at least doing it manually, you can select your path where auto, like if I did auto from here, for example, that might put me to health, then it might put me over to this one. So you never know with auto. At least manual, you can sort of sort it out. But yeah, that's obviously my first. Actually, I can go back. I just saw the button there. So that's the path I went on, which pretty much is, like I said, every single difficulty event or difficulty stage here to do. But yeah, again, I'll do my next run probably in a few days when I have my stamina back up and see where I rank. But this is the current team I'll be using. So if you guys want to copy this and try it out yourself, see if you get high ranks. You can use other teams. It's just your points are gonna take quite a fair bit of a hit there. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. If you need any other help with this guide or stuff like that, leave a comment down below. And if you guys like this video and you want to see more Tournament Power guides, let me know as well. And yeah, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you as I win the next one.